What's worked, what hasn't worked? This is very interesting. We have not, I'll be honest with you, we have not done enough studies on what's working and what's not. I can tell you the recruitment system is working because we're getting more leads than ever. We're getting more applicants. Our numbers are up this year and have been since we've had Hobsons. It's very easy to communicate with people. Again, our university is thinking about purchasing Hobsons for the entire graduate community where that they can do some of the same things. When we talk to their recruiters, they're so jealous that we have Hobsons and we can keep up with all that, where they're doing call lists and trying to keep up with things manually and everything. You have to ask yourself, and when you look at your communication plans and what you've been doing for the past year, I would challenge you to look at, are we communicating too much? Too little? Is our timing good? Should I be sending those international students things in the middle of the night while they're sleeping? No. Is our communications important? Is it just fluff? Who wants to receive fluff? Do you guys get a lot of fluff emails? I get a lot of fluff emails. I don't want to receive fluff. I want it to be telling me an action item, what I need to do, or at first, if I'm interested in a product or a school or whatever, I want to know a little bit about the university and be able to have a contact or a student that I can talk to or what have you. But a lot of fluff, I'll be honest with you, when we first started Hobsons, we thought it was so cool. We were sending tons of fluff out. We was like, oh yeah, Virginia Tech's so good. We love you, and we love you again tomorrow, and we love you again next week. So we were sending way too much fluff. So you have to watch the fluff. Again, our perception. Are we needy? The first year we had Hobsons, Virginia Tech was needy. We were on them like crazy. We were like, oh, they haven't responded in 7 days. Let's send them something else, you know. Too relaxed. I think you can be too relaxed. You can, your message could be that you're non-committed. Oh, you have to be careful if somebody's not qualified for your university, because they may study for a year and they may come back with some of the best scores you've ever seen. So you've got to be careful with what your message is there. You may want them in a year when they've improved their test scores and things like that. Is your messages unprofessional? Too professional? Too stuffy? What we try to do is we mix up some things. We send some things from our dean. We send a lot of things from me when they get to the application process. Once they're admitted, we send it from the admissions team. So once they graduated, we send things to them from our career services person. So it can be from whomever you want. And we try to mix it up a little bit so they don't always think they're getting the same email, because when Toys R Us sends you an email every day, every month, Justice, I've got small children, you get that email every day. Do I open it up? No, I'm just not interested anymore. I do open it up if I'm going shopping that weekend, though. Targeted audiences, make sure that your filters are what they should be. Every year when you are rechecking and you're revamping your communication plan, check all your filters, recheck them just to make sure that it's going to the right population that you want it to go to. Targeted subjects, make sure your subject lines are in sync with what you're trying to, the message that you're trying to give. And then in the future, once you have a couple years under your belt, which many of you probably already do, you can start tracking the success of your communications. What we've learned in the past is we were communicating way too much fluff, and so we're trying to do more targeted emails. And our timing, we're trying to improve our timing, because sometimes you do need to send a lot of information. Hobsons has the communication plan where you can track an email. You can tell, we sent this one to like 70-some people, I don't know, it's small on my screen, how many opened it, what links they clicked on, things like that. Just having time to analyze these kind of things. If you're like us, you're really, really busy and you're so used to your system going on autopilot that sometimes it's hard to remember to check all this. So it is a good idea to go in and check on your communication plans.